I'm on the I-40 west, going towards Winston-Salem. It's sort of weird to be on the same highway way out here on the East Coast that would take me all the way into my hometown in Albuquerque, and then on into California up through Flagstaff. So Winston's supposed to be a picturesque little town. I'm interested to sort of see what it has to offer, and then we'll head into the mountains towards Blowing Rock, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, and camp. All right. So what do you know about Winston-Salem? How long have you lived here?
I've lived here for since April 1st of 1996.
Uh-huh.
I moved here from Minnesota. I said 2 years and I'm out of here.
And you liked it?
Yeah, I tell people that living in Winston-Salem is like sleeping in a feather bed. You know, you should get up, do something. It's so comfortable.
Yeah?
Yeah. So that's the kind of place it is. It's been a very, very agreeable place. And actually, you know, you kind of landed in a sweet spot here, this park, because it's an exceptional...
What's the name of this park?
This is Washington Park. And the Washington Park neighborhood is one of the most remarkable, it's certainly the most remarkable neighborhood I've lived in. I grew up in a small town, and I haven't had this kind of sense of cohesiveness about a neighborhood.
Right, right.
Ever, even including growing in a small town.
And what's the history here?
Well, the history is twofold. It's sort of the story of the hyphen. You know, Salem was established by the Moravians,
Mm-hmm.
who came first from Europe and then came from Pennsylvania, looking to establish new territory. They landed here in North Carolina. Very smart folk, because they figured out that to successfully build a community, you needed to have it near water. And so the first settlement was actually, I think the first settlement was actually Bethabara, which is out that way, and then Salem, which is right across the way. And I hope you will take a spin through.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really cool. There's a lot of cool stories and history and a lot of work.
I saw there's like a historical site nearby here.
Yeah. In the 1950s, I think it was in the 1950s, there was a real concerted effort to save it, to save the architecture, and through the architecture be able to tell the story of the community, because it is really quite rich and remarkable.
And then the Reynolds family, that's tobacco, obviously.
That's tobacco. So right. So you know, R.J. Reynolds rides into town, you know, 150 years later or whatever, and establishes the tobacco factories of Winston. So Winston and Salem are two. You know, they were two sort of. They're two separate communities, but are completely one entity now. Exactly right.
About it.
Yeah. Oldest, it's the first city park.
This is the first city park here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the first city park. I mean, this was the boondocks, you know, this was the suburbs.
Now it's been engulfed by city.
Yeah.
But you can still sort of pretend that it's not.
Right. This is Salem Creek, and it runs all the way, you know, there's a lake, Salem Lake, which is a city reservoir, and then this is a Salem Creek. So the Moravians were very smart. They knew about water. They knew how important water was for successful
Life.
habitation.
It seems like a common human thread is try to be near or accessible water.